Good morning. So today we are going to take a look at systems. There are three methods to solve for systems when you have two equations and you want to know where they intersect, if they intersect. The first would be graphing, and then of course we have substitution and elimination. Today we're just going to practice some of the graphing. Graphing is probably the easiest, and if you ever forget how to do elimination or substitution, I would revert back to graphing it out. The only problem is sometimes with graphing you don't get nice little even crosshairs or cross points, so it's not an exact sometimes with your answer, and you have to kind of guess a little bit. But anyway, so let's take a couple of these and we'll go through them and try them, and then try one on your own. To begin with, for the number one, we've got y is equal to 5 over 2x minus 4. You guys keep in mind that we want to, there are different ways to graph, but we are going to put everything into y equals mx plus b form, so our slope-intercept form. In this case, the first one is already set up because whatever's in front of the x is your slope, and whatever the whole number is on the end, that is your y-intercept. So in this case, we would go down to -4, start off by placing a dot there. Our slope is 5 over 2. Remember that when you plot a point, it's always back and forth first, then up or down, x, then y. But when we're doing slope, it's always the rise over run, or the up and down first, then the back and forth. So with 5 over 2, from our point, we want to count up 5, and then we want to go over 2 and put our dot. We can do it again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, over 2, put our dot. Then we could simply connect those. Now we go to our second equation. Our y-intercept is 3, so we're going to count up to 3 and put a dot. And in this case, our slope is a -1. There's an invisible 1 you see right there. And anytime we have a number that there's nothing underneath it, it's an implied 1, so this is actually a slope of -1 over 1. Now it's not -1, -1, it's just -1 over +1. So from our point that we just put up there, that I'm going to change color to green, we're going to go down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, down 1 over 1, and keep repeating that. We can also do the reverse, up 1, back 1, as long as we do the reverse of both. Then when I draw these, where they connect is the point of intersection, and that's the point that I'm looking for. In this case, we're looking for right here. So to actually write that point as a coordinate, you would have to start at 0, go over 2, and then up 1. So over 2 is my x, up 1 is my y. There's our answer. So based on that, take a look at number 2, and on your piece of paper or on a whiteboard, go ahead and try number 2 real quick. Pause the video. Alright, so first we noticed that we wanted everything in y equals mx plus b. Well, it's not in that order. We've got an x over here, we've got the 3 attached to the y, so we want to make some changes and get rid of that stuff so that y is by itself, so we have that y equals mx plus b. So what we're going to do is we're going to subtract the 4x from this side, and we'd subtract the 4x from that side. Okay, that's going to cancel these out, leaving me with 3y is equal to, and I could put 3 minus 4x, but that's not the order that this is in. It's got the x first. So we're just going to slide that -4x in front of that 3, and that 3 was positive, so it's -4x plus 3. Y is still not alone, so we would divide this side by 3 and divide that side by 3. This is what we do to one side, we always have to do to the other. Those would cancel, leaving me with y is equal to, now -4 divided by 3 doesn't come out even, so we're actually just going to leave it as -4 over 3, and then slap the x on there. This is good because our slope, what's in front of the x, is going to have a rise and a run, so we're not worried about having to actually deal with a fraction, because all we're doing is counting up or down, counting back or forth. And then 3 divided by 3 would give me the 1 on the end. So when I go to graph this, 1 is my y So I'm going to go up to 1, and I'm going to put a dot. Then my slope was negative 4, 3. So from here, I'm going to count down 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then I'm going to count over 3. 1, 2, 3. And I'm going to put a dot. I'm also going to reverse that. I'm going to count up 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. And back 3. And put a dot. Alright. Then I'm going to draw my line. I kind of missed my dot, but I'm going to draw my line down. Now my second equation. Y equals 1. Well, if you notice, there's no x, so there's not any slope. Well, if you don't have a slope, then you have 0. If I had a 0 slope, I'm driving in a car, what kind of slope do you think that is? Well, it's going to be a flat, even surface. So y, I'm going to go up to, in other words, the slope's missing, but my intercept is not. So I'm going to go up to 1, and as you can see, I've already got a dot on 1, but that's okay. So we're going to start here. And then it doesn't have a slope, so it's going to go straight across. In this case, we looked in, where did this intercept? It intercepted at, as far as going back and forth on my x, it was at 0, and then I went up 1. Alright, try number 3 on your own real quick. Alright, hopefully you looked at the first one and said, alright, negative 3 is my intercept, so I'm going to go down to negative 3. My slope was 7 over 4, so from there I'm going to go up 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And over 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Shaboom. Y is equal to 4. We just talked about there's no slope, so it's going to be a horizontal line. And so we go up to 4. I'll change my color. There's 4. And it's going to go straight across. Where do they intersect? Right yonder. To get to that point, always start at your crosshairs, and I'm going to go over 4, up 4. Alright, let's do one last one. Go ahead and take a few seconds, stop the video. Alright, the last one here, for today at least. First one's already set up beautifully. We've got a negative 3, so I'd go down to negative 3, put my dot. My slope is negative 3 over 1. So I'm going to go from there down 3 over 1. Kind of went off my chart, but that's okay. Then I'm going to go back to where I started, and I'm going to reverse that. I'm going to go up 3, back 1. And I might do it again. Up 3, back 1. Okay, connect all those. Next one, I'll change my ink. And 4 was my y-intercept, so shkaboom. My slope is 4 over 1. So from here, I'm actually going to go up 4 over 1, be up here somewhere. So since it's off my graph, I'm going to reverse that. I'm going to go down 4 over 1, down 4 over 1. We kind of already could tell where it's going to cross because it hit on the line. So to graph that point, hopefully you started in the middle and you went back 1, so negative 1, and then I didn't have to go up or down, so negative 1, 0. Alright, if you have any questions, ask somebody. Thanks, and this is Mr. Gill signing off. Sayonara. How do you stop this thing?